you have a top 10 record.
Yes, sir.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
That is amazing.
Thank you.
Talk about that journey, man.
Well, it's a song that came to be kind of pretty quickly. Wrote it in like 30 minutes with some friends, Taylor Phillips and Casey Brown. And the demo is kind of what became the record you hear today. It was what we recorded that day and mixed it, mastered it, put a little more sauce on it, and it's just a microphone that was recorded in a non-treated room right here in my hand. I was holding it.
So when you say put sauce on it,
yeah.
Talk about what is sauce.
Well, one of my friends, he's a producer, and his name is Austin as well. It's not this Austin. Not this Austin, but his name's Austin.
You
Sean.
don't want me to do that, brother.
Yeah, no. His name's Austin Sean, and we call him Sauceton because he's just amazing.
Because he has the sauce.
You got to put the sauce on it. You know? Yeah.
And that's just like little tweaks of the knobs right here and there.
Yeah, adding some cool effects, some ear candy, and just the stuff that makes it what it is today.
Well, congratulations, and I know it's been kind of a long haul on this record. Like it's taken a while, because every time you turn around, some superstar's got to come out with something, and everybody's like, "Oh man, that just knocks me back a little bit." But you're hanging in there, man, and that's great.
I feel like this song's been the the little train that could, like the little and it's cool too because I'm seeing it blowing up on social media and then taking it to radio and having that opportunity to work with such amazing people, but like. To see the fan base over here on radio side is so cool. You get to, it's like a whole new release of the song, and that's why I love country radio. You get to meet new people every day and new listeners, and that's what it's about.
And you're originally from Nashville.
I am.
Right? So is it weird to be from Nashville knowing it's Music City, but does it seem like it's a longer journey as opposed to like Austin here from Georgia, but you're in town? Is that...
Yeah, I mean, I look at it as a blessing, really. There's a lot of people that up and move their whole lives to Nashville on a dream, and I've been blessed enough to just be there my whole life. But I think what's more surprising than how many people move there is how many talented people live there and don't realize what's at their fingertips. So when you
say that, you mean kids that you grew up with that could play guitar or play piano or whatever, and you're
so
like,
many
damn.
Talented people that I mean, just extremely talented, and it's kind of crazy because they don't realize, like, not every town has a Nashville.
Yeah.
And I didn't realize that until I got older. Not every town has a Broadway.
Did you bump into Jelly Roll growing up, or is he older?
Oh, yeah. Dude, grew up on Jelly Roll. Yeah, absolutely.
So talk about that. So, like, he's from across the other side of town, right? And you're like, who is this guy?
Yeah, well, see, Jelly was in, like, the Antioch area, and then I was always north of town, and I never did rap music, so I didn't really... this was before Jelly did country stuff, and but it's cool because, like, if you're from Tennessee, man, you're just like, there's just country in your blood, like it's just and so, but yeah, Jelly's always showed a lot of love, and it's cool to be seeing Jelly's growth too, because Jelly has always showed. Being that Jelly showed so much love, I've done like a few opening like areas with him and his friends, and just like gotten to know him. He's like family, seriously.
That's awesome.
It's awesome. Nashville thing.
But there's a few bands like Cadillac 3 grew up in Nashville.
Did they? I didn't know that.
Jaron. I know he definitely went to is from Nashville. I'm not sure about the other guys. Russell Dickerson.
I love Russell Dickerson. He's cool.
Now, there's probably like 20 high schools in Nashville, right?
I don't know if he's from Nashville either.
He might be from a little outside of Nashville.
Gee, so I'm from north of town, so I don't really know.
So anybody from not north of town is
there's not really anybody from north of town.
Someplace else.
Like Mitchell Tenpenny, Ernest, like all those guys are from south of town. So
and that's just like a different state.
Yeah, it's like a whole different breed of people, to be quite honest with you.
That's awesome.
Good things.
But you're also very talented, so that's great.
Thank you. Thank you.
Well, congratulations. And it's good to see you again.
You as well.
It's good to see you, Austin. You got a haircut last time I saw you.
I did, man. I made an impulsive decision, and we're living with it now.
Yeah, but you got the little cuts in there. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I don't know if it's cool or not, but we did
it's all right.
We're letting it grow out.
I like. Does anybody have cuts on their short hair here? Justin, you be the type to... None? Okay. So
my hairline's already receding. I probably couldn't do that.
Yeah. So last time I saw this young man, we were in Key West, and it was really cool. And you had crawled out of a hospital bed to come and perform for radio right there outside of Jimmy Buffett's studio, which was right around the corner from where we were. That was cool.
Yeah,
talk about that journey since I saw you.
It was a hell of a journey. So I was struggling with some vocal stuff last year, the whole year. It was like acid reflux type stuff, and ended up having to have a stomach surgery.
Oh boy.
And so I'm like cut open like 5 or 6 times on my stomach. And then one of the recovery things was liquid diet for 8 weeks. And so I was literally drinking chicken broth and Pedialyte so I ended up cheating on the diet, but
So what was your cheat meal?
Oatmeal.
Okay.
Which is not really considered a cheat, but when you're on a liquid diet, it is.
I thought you were going to go pizza on me there.
Yeah, no. So for like 5 or 6 weeks, I was on like a liquid diet, chicken broth, Pedialyte, and we, had been planning for the Key West trip for, a while since the last time we did it. And so, when it came down to whether or not we were going to do it, I was like, is there any way possible we can make this happen? So we ended up getting in a bus, driving 22 hours down there.
Yeah, I remember that.
Played the show, met you there.
Yep.
And drove back that same night, 22 hours back to Nashville. So,
Did you have to crawl right back in the house and go to bed?
Oh
or
yeah,
did you,
dude. Yeah,
have
when
something
I
else?
was down in Key West, like I was feeling pretty crummy, but I wouldn't have missed it, man. It was awesome.
Well, to me, that's living a dream and going for it no matter what,
Oh, it could be worse.
and
dude.
leaving it all out
Could
there.
be way worse. So I try not to make excuses for myself ever.
So you just put your album out, right?
I did, man.
So talk about that journey a little bit.
It's been a long time coming for me. I've been wanting to put out an album since I started listening to music from a super early age. I remember, my first CD that I ever bought was a Jason Aldean CD out of Walmart. And I remember thinking to myself, like listening to it top to bottom, I was like, dude, it'd be so cool to put out a piece of work like this. And so we finally got to do it a few weeks ago, and it's been great. I think I love every song on it. It speaks to me in different ways, and the title of the album is Still Bleeding, and it's kind of it's supposed to be a positive thing. As long as you're still bleeding, you can still make changes in your life and do better. So
That's amazing.
been a blessing.
Now, did you guys get signed on to the tour at the same time, or?
I think so. Me and Chase actually toured together earlier this year.
Yeah, we're homies. It's cool. We did a headline run, and I think we did probably 15, 16
I think it was 14,
shows.
15 shows. Yeah.
Yeah, we lost count about halfway through. We were partying so much. It was so much fun. But, it was great. And then to get the call that we're going out with Aldean
It's
was
like an
just
extension of the tour, really.
Yeah,
It's been cool. And, I've been on the...
It was kind of like we added Aldean to our tour.
Yeah.
You know
And
what I mean? It's great.
That's a good way to look at it.
But no,
Jason, you're going to behave yourself on this tour now.
I think
Come on.
we both can attest to the fact that we've toured with other people, and you go out on some tours and it's not as cool as others. Like you go out on some tours and the guy that you're opening for is not cool, or like he doesn't want to talk, or he's like not, he chills on his bus the whole time. And like,
Give me names, Austin.
I'm not giving names, dude. We ain't gonna go there.
Give me some names here.
But I will say,
don't ignore them.
Being
not
out with
recording
him, man,
anything.
was awesome, and it's
Yeah.
been like, we were homies from the very start, and it was
That's
cool
awesome.
to kind of just be on a tour together and just kind of hang out together.
Yeah,
It is cool
I'll
to
say
be
on
homies.
that too. I mean, like you said, like not all tours are the same. The catering's not as good as all the other ones. No, I'm kidding. The Aldean tour's got the best catering ever. Like aside from catering, sorry, I'm a fat person. So
Where?
yeah, so I don't even lost my train of thought. What was I going to say? Oh, first night of the tour with Aldean. I mean, he was so normal. We were up till 2 o'clock in the morning with dude, just
tequila shots, dude.
kicking it. Yeah, just talking about life. Y'all talked about Georgia for however long.
People
Georgia
from
is
Georgia love to
Mile
talk
End.
about Georgia, man. It's just
And just
It's
land in
yeah.
general, brother. Me and
Oh,
Jason talked
God.
about buying and selling land for at least 2 hours.
I mean, I thought they were going to go into business together by the end of it. It was crazy.
Well, listen, thanks for sharing your story with us. I appreciate
Absolutely.
that, and welcome to Philadelphia at
for
92.5
having us.
XTU.